Hi, my name is Misty Sheets, and my argumentative speech is on animal abuse and cruelty. Sheba, a Rottweiler mix from Florida, was chained up by her owner after giving birth to 9 puppies. The owner did not want the puppies, so he buried them alive. Sheba broke from her chain and dug them up. The puppies and the heroic mother were rescued. The owner faces charges of animal abuse that could land him in prison for up to 5 years. This is not ethical, moral, or legal. Think about your own pet, your children's pets, your pets from childhood, even your friends and neighbors. Would you or them like someone to mistreat our pets? How would they feel? First, many of our pets are like our children. We wouldn't tolerate parents, strangers, friends, neighbors, etc. to chain and beat our children, murder our children, starve our children, and have fights among our children till death for money. If our animals are part of our families, why would you let someone do this to your family? Sheba is just one of millions forgotten and left behind, mistreated and abused. Cruelty to animals is the way that many murderers get started. It is often a step along the way to becoming a pathological killer. By many sociological studies, cruelty to animals is not a minor act to be dismissed. Second, Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer have more in common than just being serial killers. These two murderers are also connected by the fact that each of them tortured and or killed animals during their childhood. Rescuers as well as FBI and law enforcement agencies nationwide have linked animal cruelty to domestic violence, child abuse, and serial killings. To the recent rash of killings by school-aged children, says Dr. Randall Lockwood. After having looked through many websites, there is a large group against animal abuse and cruelty. However, there are so many who turn the other eye. Penalties for animal abuse should be increased. Right now, most people get off with fines and maybe community service. This is not getting the point and change across to the society. Finally, there are many videos and documentaries that support animal abuse and cruelty. This is increasing in our society, and a lot of people are outraged by the videos portraying animal abuse with law officials who mistreat their badges and are allotted to murder animals with no repercussions. How can we hold the regular individual to limited jail time or fines if the harsh, cruel crimes, but not our fellow law protectors? When some of them clearly kill because they can, such as a few months back, police shot and killed a pit bull mix who was running loose in Missouri, and this currently isn't the first time a story like this has surfaced. Bella of North Carolina had a similar fate. It's tragic that killing a creature seems so much easier than saving it. Police officers should know better not to be so quick to pull a gun. Like Cammy, a dog who is now dead, and the owner was fine. It's cruel, needless, cold, and heartbreaking. We need to do better for the other Cammys in the world. Several witnesses say the dog was friendly and even wagging her tail when she was shot. No matter what the situation may be, officers need to be better trained to deal with dogs who escape. An officer shooting a loaded gun in a residential area cannot be the best solution. Other incidences, pet as well as neighbors, could currently be injured. How many times are we going to hear these stories before something is done? Change must be made in order to prevent more sad outcomes for pets and their owners. It is crucial to properly secure pets, especially those who might be unfriendly around strangers. And yes, pet owners must take responsibility by securing fences, gates to prevent their animals from fleeing their yards. However, dogs will sometimes manage to get out and roam free. In this event, police and animal rescue workers must be trained to properly handle the situation rather than simply resorting to their handguns. No matter the situation, everyone and anyone should be held accountable and punishable. If the crime was punished to the extent of humans, then I believe there would be less animal abuse and cruelty in our society. My references are PETA.org, w.animalcruelty.com, associated content, the link between animal abuse and serial killers, Love of the Dog by Marjorie Garben, Brent Force, Policing Animal Cruelty author Arnold Arluke, for the prevention of cruelty, the history and legacy of animal rights activists in the United States by Dana Beers. Thank you. This was a very emotional argumentative speech for me.